What is going on, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Trading to Glory. I have so much prepared for this episode. I think it's going to be one of the best episodes yet, but I don't think it can top the last two. Straight up, the last two episodes have got to go down in history as some of the best Trading to Glory episodes ever of any FIFA. And we didn't even do too much in those episodes. And that's one of the reasons it worked out so well. And we'll talk about that today. But in episode number 7 and 8, I talked about a possible crash coming over the weekend, especially given that 24-hour pushback of Weekend League. I said, market's too high right now. Let's dump our cards, take the profit early. That was episode 7. I said, let's go ahead and take the profit on Tuesday and Wednesday. We did that immediately on Thursday. We saw a drop. Granted, we got a little lucky. They pushed back Weekend League, caused a little bit of a panic, and we executed well. We just got a little lucky, although they were going to drop a little bit anyway. So we did execute well there. And then I said, you know what? Let's reinvest. Let's pick up some cards that are going out of packs. Let's go ahead and play it safe with cards out of packs. And I picked up a bunch of Kai Havertz. You guys remember that, right? We picked up about 6 of them. And I bought 6 Kai Havertz cards for about 112 to 113,000 coins. Now, they rose to about, 125K? And I sold 2 of them. I sold 2 of the cards. And then I kept the other 4. And then the next day, I saw the card dropped all the way back down to 112, 114K about. So we saw that drop in price, and I said, you know what, man? We're not making profit on any of these. Let's liquidate everything. I have a bad feeling about the market, went with my gut, and that's what I explained in episode 8. I said, you know what? Look at the market right now. We're entering into the weekend where everybody already has their teams, so people aren't really liquid, which means that the market can only go down. Now, it went down a lot more than I expected, but I still sold every single card on my team. I sold my Fabinho, which went for 45, 46K. I sold my Diego Carlos for profit at 53,000 coins. And I sold all of the cards on my transfer list, including Kai Havertz, including literally everything other than the cards that went for like 2 to 3K in my club. Those cards I kept because if they're 2 to 3K, I mean, that's not that big of a deal. Let's be real. And that worked out just so well for us because the market crash that happened was beyond what I had even expected. Take a look at Kai Havertz, for example. Take a look at him. Went from 112K. We sold for literally no profit. Actually, we lost like 3 to 4K per card. Sold him for 114,000 coins, and he has crashed. This is a card that's not even in packs, so you know it's not from pack supply. It's all from over investment and from people not being liquid. Everybody went into this weekend with cards in their club. Everybody did. And now he's 77,000 coins. I could have lost 35K per card if I didn't sell, but we did. And we got away with that. And Kai Havertz is the first investment of the Trading to Glory that didn't really make us profit. I think we lost overall on the 6 cards. We lost like 5 to 10K. Whatever, right? In comparison to what we could have lost, I'm pretty happy to take a 5 to 10K loss. And so we're completely liquid going into this weekend. I've been sitting on 2.1 million coins just watching the market drop. And oh my God, I've never loved a market crash anymore. Literally 99% of the community, even people that are avid traders, are sitting and losing coins. And everybody that's watching the Trading to Glory series on this channel is sitting watching the market drop and waiting, asking the question, when do we pull the trigger? When do we buy? When are prices going to rise? Well, I'm going to answer that right now. I think we're hitting the low point. I think we're getting pretty close to it. You've got about 24 hours to pull the trigger, and then it's going to be a little bit too late. I can see prices rise out of this weekend. I could even see prices rise overnight tonight, which by the time this video goes up, don't get me wrong, a little bit late on that call. You might have seen prices rise by about 10% pushing it, but 5% overnight. Looking right now at a card like Heung-min Son, I really like it, man. 199K, 200K. This card was 290 4 days ago. 290K. But the reason I like Son, the reason I like Aubameyang, the reason I like Sergio Ramos or Varane, the reason I like Martial, not Martial, let's ignore him. But all the cards that I mentioned, they're high rated and they're meta, and a lot of people that have the likes of Diego Carlos or Eder Militao, they're going to get their rewards for Weekend League division rivals and trade up the coins, and they're going to get more buying power, and they're going to go ahead and sell their Eder Militao and upgrade to Varane. They're going to sell their Diego Carlos and upgrade to Sergio Ramos. People are going to start selling their Rafinha. They're going to start selling those cards and upgrade to Raheem Sterling. They're going to sell their Raul Jimenez or their I don't know, Raul Jimenez and upgrade to Aubameyang. And they're going to sell whatever they have at left wing and upgrade to Son. That's what's going to happen this week. People are going to realize that their weekend league team starter squads can't keep up anymore already. And there is going to be a spike in price for some of these guys. And now that we're seeing squad battle rewards drop right now as we speak, we're seeing a little bit of supply hit the market, but oh, it's not going to be long before we start seeing this card go above 200,000 coins. Again, I'm thinking only a 5% rise, but that takes this from 200K to 210, maybe 215 by the end of the night in the morning. So I'm thinking all of these meta high rateds are the shout. But with Sunday night bidding, and I'm a couple minutes late because I've been talking to you guys, there's always different cards that you want to be looking at that go up on the market. You can snipe for the first hour starting at 8:05 p.m. Eastern, which is 1:05 a.m. UK. That's when rewards drop for squad battles, and you can start sniping certain cards and pick up some deals. Now, here's a card I used last week, and I really like it. It's Gigo. He's one of the about 80 to 90 cards I have on my sub trading guide. So I release the sub trading guide every week, and I put some cards on the list that I think are going to be pretty good flips for the overnight. And right now, you're looking at Gigo at 1,300, which is slightly lower than what he normally is. And he's getting snipes probably for 1,100 and then none for 1,000. But he's a non-rare, which means that his minimum listing price is 350, 400 coins. And if you're sniping this for less than 1,000, I think this card will probably recover from 1,000 coins. It'll probably be about 1,500 within the likes of 24 to 48 hours. It'll go up from that price to 1,500, which is only a 33% rise in price. But then again, you're also picking up all of these cards on bid. You're picking up all these cards on snipes for that first hour and then bidding for the second hour. And you might have 50 to 70 of these Gigos on your transfer list by the end of the 2 hours. And if you take those 70 Gigos and take 33% profit, and that's minimum 33% profit. Let's say you're doubling your coins on every single one. You take that 70 cards, let's say you make 700 coins per card. I guess you do the math, 7 times, it's like 49,000 coins, right? So that's still pretty solid profit for low budget trading in 2 hours, is 49,000 coins. For low budget, that's really good. And that's being generous. You can make a lot more. I've made upwards of 200,000 coins on Sunday night bidding. All it takes is about 2 hours, and then sometimes I come back for second wave, which is about 5 hours after. Europe wakes up, opens their squad battle rewards, and you see a little bit of a dip, which is why I say 24 to 48 hours is when you want to sell. So normally I just sell overnight the next night. That's normally what I do. So that's the plan tonight. We're going to be picking up some of these meta cards as investments, and we're also going to be doing some low budget trading. So let's hop into it. All right, so we are almost an hour. We're like 45 minutes into squad battle rewards. And instead of going for those low budget cards, which I normally will go for today, I just wanted to go with meta investments. We talked about Heung-min Son. We talked about how I thought he was going to rise going out of squad battle rewards. Now, here's one thing I did wrong. Here's one thing I did right. One thing I did right was predict that he was going to rise from squad battle rewards and going into Monday. I definitely predicted that correctly. You take a look at his card now, which we looked at literally, not too long ago in this video, only a minute or two ago. And we were looking at him, he was 200,000 coins. And in just about 45 minutes, we've seen him rise. He's about 210. He sells pretty quickly at 209, as you can see. He's about 210 now. There's a few options. There's about 7 on the market. And I expect him to probably rise maybe 3,000 or 4,000 more coins. That's where I'm expecting him to go to. And then he's going to drop back down to like 209, 208 by the end of the night. And he's going to chill there. He's going to chill there. And that's not going to be profit yet because, as I said, he's only going to rise like 10% today or 5% today, which 5% of 200K is 10,000, which is pretty accurate with what I said. I would love for him to rise 10%, which would put him at 20K. I don't see him hitting that tonight. I do see him hitting that later this week, though. I do definitely see him hitting 220, maybe by Monday night. I'm not sure how long it's going to take, but you can see the demand. There were just 7 of them here, and now there's only 5. He's getting bought. He's going up pretty consistently. A couple 204s. I'm definitely... Oh, I actually got that 204. All right. I wasn't expecting to get that 204. Not that that's a great deal or anything. We saw him at 200 earlier, but hey, we'll take it 204, especially with how quickly he's rising. And it's been very hard to snipe on console. 203. No. All right. I'm getting a little out of hand. I only have 500K left to invest. I don't want to put them all in Heung-min Son, although I do like this investment a lot. But let's go and take a look at the prices we did end up getting Heung-min Son for. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of Heung-min Son. 200, 199 with a Hunter. We got a 204. That was the one we just got, I think. 200 with a Hunter. We like that. 202. We'll take it. 200 again. 205. Probably the worst deal that we got tonight, but it's all right. And then we've got a 205 with a Hunter. A little bit better. But again, 205 was more than what I initially wanted to spend. I didn't want to spend 205. I wanted to buy them for 201 at the most was what I was going for. And I was a little late, and that's what I did wrong. So here's what we're going to fix in the future. Was the investment the right call? Yes. Did I wait too long? Yes. We got to make those investments within the first 5 minutes of Squad Battle Rewards or just before. We have an hour leading up to Squad Battle Rewards, which I think is a good option to go ahead and pick up those cards. But a lot of the time, I kind of like to gauge where's the market going to go after rewards come. Because sometimes when rewards come, the initial response of the market is a quick drop in price before they rise. So if you buy beforehand, you kind of get screwed over and you're like, oh, well, he did drop another 5% during rewards. Sure, you might end up making profit anyway, but that extra 5%, I mean, that's still profit. That's extra coins. So making that right decision is tough. It's always tough. It changes depending on the day of rewards, depending on how the market's already at. Today, the market was already too low. All right. And we knew that going into it. So my mistake was waiting until rewards dropped to buy because we saw he was 199, 200. You could easily buy them. It wasn't like a snipe. Once rewards started dropping, you had about 5 to 10 minutes to buy them for 200, 201K. After that, it just was on a fucking roller coaster on its way to the top. So right now, the card is 210, rising that 5% I expected. And I imagine a lot of the other meta cards did the same thing. But here's the deal. Heung-min Son, as I said, was 290,000 coins 4 days ago. Will he hit 290K again? Probably not. I don't think he probably will. 290's asking for a lot. Will he hit 250? That's more likely. I think he could recover to 250. That wouldn't be out of the question. Will he hit 230? Yeah, no doubt in my mind he hits 230 again. So that is still solid profit. We're getting him, let's say, an average of 202 if we average all the cards. Average of 202. We sell for 230K. The tax at that price would be 11.5K. So that means that you're getting 28.5K. So 28.5, which means that you're making 26.5K profit per card on, 16, not 26. 16.5K profit per card. So the 8 times 16, that's your profit, which is, a little over 100K? We'll take that. We'll take a little over 100K on that flip. Hopefully he hits 230 sooner rather than later. I'm not trying to hold this card all week. I want to go ahead and sell when I see the profit I like, and then we'll get into our next investments quickly. I'm really thinking that's going to be the way to go for a lot of investments this year, guys. We've seen that if you have a profit, it's probably best to take the profit rather than risk anything in terms of over investing. If you think that maybe hold one more day, he'll go up a little bit higher. A lot of the times probably not because of over investing. If everybody's thinking Thursday is going to be a day of inflation because of weekend league rewards and div rivals, then maybe the market doesn't go up that much that day because of how much supply is coming off of people's transfer list. Even though the buying power and demand is going up, the supply goes up with it. What we've seen from Thursday nights, normally, the reason that Thursday nights are such great days to sell is because you had the supply early in the morning, but that also brought buying power. So the market was pretty stable earlier in Thursday. And then as we get into Thursday night, what you see is nobody really has players on their transfer list. And the only thing that people are doing is they're buying cards for Weekend League and they're having a lot more coins to do so, which is a huge boost to the market. But that has been so just, I guess mainstream would be the word. Mainstream. And if that reaches the mainstream and the casuals, it's just going to be the opposite. And I want to sell earlier. I want to sell Wednesday. I want to sell Tuesday. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. Heung-min Son. We've still got Sunday night bidding to do. So we're definitely going to do that. See if we can pick out some low budget guys. Make a couple dozen K maybe. Nothing too crazy, but add to the coin total. That's what we're going to go for tonight. All right, we've done some bidding. I've also gone and made another investment. You can see my coins are a little bit lower than the last clip. We'll show that investment. I've not done too much low rated, not too much low budget. Missing the bids on the Douglas, 26, 27, 28, 28, 220 on bid for a non-chem style, but fresh. Heung-min Son 220 on bid. That's good to know. All right, we'll go ahead and get rid of the ones that have expired. Picked up a couple of Gnagnon, Johnny, Diego Llorente. Got those as low budget cards. I'll just sell those in about 24 hours Monday night. Hopefully you guys kind of understand why you go for low budgets. It's because when Squad Battles comes, you're getting a lot of 5K, 7.5s, 15K packs. Not too many people with the great rewards. Most people are within silver and gold, right? For the rewards, which means that, you know, a lot of low cards are going to be packed, and those low rated cards between 75, 81, even if they're expensive, are definitely going to be affected by the supply. So you go out and you snipe for that first hour, and then after the first hour ends, you start bidding. Now, a lot of people put those together real quickly, but for the slower learners out there, the reason you bid on the second hour is because you've got to wait until the 59 minutes pass before you start bidding on the supply. So that's why you wait until then to bid, and you just snipe for the first hour. But I did pick up a couple of those Douglas Costas. As you can see, we still got those 8 Heung-min Sons. Haven't bought any more of those, but I do have 5 now, Douglas Costas, and then those low budget guys to follow. But we picked up Douglas Costa for 28, 27, 27, 27, and 28. So yeah, about 27,500 coins, averaging those cards. And the reason I do that is because we looked up his graph, and I'll show it on the screen right now. If I can, I'm not sure I'll be able to actually, but I'll go ahead and put a screenshot in the edit so you guys can see the graph right there. And what happened was he was about 40,000 coins, and that was even on the crash. So you can definitely see he dropped. He went from 51,000 coins, and he dropped during the crash. He went from 50K to 40K. But in the last day, he went from 40K to 35. And then during rewards, he went from like 33 all the way down to 27. That's a huge drop for squad battle rewards. You wouldn't expect that kind of thing. I think you're seeing a lot of people sell this card after weekend league's over and dump it. But with that being the lowest point he's seen this year by a long shot, and that he didn't even get near that during the crash a couple days ago. He hasn't even been near this price. I think 27K is honestly a pretty good shout for an investment. I can't imagine he doesn't get back up to 33. Like, that would be absolutely insane if he never reaches 33K again. It's definitely going to happen. So we'll just wait. I'm probably not going to sell him tonight or anything, but we'll definitely make profit on that. Like, there's no way. That's just way too low of a price. I think people saw him dropping and panicked, and we got in at the right time on that. Kind of the same time for Heung-min Son. We were a little late, but pretty good timing still, Heung-min Son. We saw that card went for 220 on bid. Looks like there's a couple at 218 now. That's what we're working with. So if we sold all the cards for 218,000 coins, the tax at 218,000 coins would be it'd be about 10,800 coins. So just round up to 11K tax, which means that we would get 207,000 coins per card, and we'd be making, I guess, on average about 6K per card. If you averaged them all together, 6K per card times 8. 6 times 8 is 48. So that's 48,000 coins of profit we've made on Heung-min Son already. Nearly half of 100K. But if he just reaches 225, then we're looking good. All right, we need him to go up a little bit farther. I don't like the profit quite yet. I think it needs to go up higher. 218 is not enough. I think he can rise even higher. Whether he goes down a couple thousand coins later in the night or not, I'm not sure. He probably will dip to at least like 215 or something, but I'm not too worried. I think I'm gonna just stick with my gut, hold on to the Heung-min Son, and at least get, like, minimum, that's the price I want to sell. Minimum. That's the price I want to sell. If I can get more, obviously I'm going to take it, but that's the minimum price I want to sell for that Heung-min Son, because at 225, we're looking at, again, like 11,500 coin tax. 11.5K tax at that price means that we're getting 214K per card, which means that's a 12K profit on each one of the Heung-min Sons, and 12 times 8. I think that's 96, but I can't do that off the top of my head. I'm good at math, but I'm not a fucking wizard. So it'd be almost about 100K profit on that Heung-min Son, which would have been a great quick investment for us. So looking at 225 for the minimum. Douglas Costa, we're looking at 33 minimum. For that card. And again, I'm not trying to hold these for a while. I think that other investments will come to arise during the week that we can invest in. So we'll sell our current investments and reinvest like we did last week. Now, we did sell our investments at the perfect time last week. Our reinvestments didn't work out great, but we did sell luckily before the market crashed. And everything ended up working out pretty well for us on the Trading to Glory. That's going to be it for today's episode, though, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, comment down below. Let's just go ahead and comment how many coins do you have in your club. If you sold everything, how many coins are you sitting at? I'm kind of interested to see what you guys are at by, what is it, episode 9 now? I want to see what you guys are at. Let me know. And if you don't have a ton, don't worry. I mean, we're still working our coins up. I'll still be giving you low budget trading methods to get up there. You still got plenty of time. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint, so stick with it. Make sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And if you do comment down below the coin total that you have, if you sold everything, I'll make sure to love the comment, all right? And I appreciate you making it to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.